Welcome to the Open Mic Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, Mark. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're a returning listener, welcome back. This is one of a series of bonus podcast episodes talking to people who are involved in putting on their own comedy events. This gives them the chance to tell you, the listeners, all about it and how you can get involved watching the comedy they decide to put on. Today's episode is about a comedy show raising money for a London-based charity. So it's a great pleasure that I can welcome to tell us all about it, Matt Zitron.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Hello, Matt. How are you doing?
I'm good. That applause really warmed the cockles. It was lovely. I feel good.
Everyone, no one ever expects it.
Oh,
you see the face on the camera, it's like,
Yeah, usually on stage it's booze, fruit and vegetables being thrown. So it's nice to hear applause finally.
So come on, then, give us a start. What's the night about,
Okay.
and how and what's going on with it?
Okay, so the night is called Comedy and Curry, and we're doing it in aid of St Pancras Community Association, specifically this event for their community kitchen and warm space, which feeds 100 people a week, amongst other things.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I got an email sort of looking for comics for a charity night, and this sort of thing is close to my heart. I used to work in adult social care, and I think communities are so important, especially with the cost of living crisis, which is why the community kitchen was set up. So yeah, they decided to do like a night where, you know, you can go along and spend all of £15 and get a lovely curry and see some very funny comedians, and it's all going to helping the local community.
The one thing you haven't told us is when it is.
Yeah, that might help if people know when it is. So it is on the 15th of March, year of our Lord 2024, and it's at the St Pancras Community Association HQ, which is at 67 Plender Street, which is NW1OLB. Wasn't he in the Wu-Tang Clan? But anyway, there's only 50 tickets. Only 50 tickets. And when I tell you the lineup is very good, and curry, everyone loves a curry. Well, not me, I've got IBS, but I do love a curry, but my body doesn't. But anyway, it's as someone at the charity said to me, comedy and curry for £15. It's like being back in 1999.
Oh yes,
in the olden days, things didn't cost everything. Marty, you could go and have comedy and curry for £15, but you can today.
So am I to? I'm to assume then that the with it being St Pancras, it's going to be in the King's Cross, St Pancras, Camden type area of London. So fairly accessible by public transport and stuff.
Yes, very accessible by public transport. It'd probably be good if I look up the nearest tube. The nearest tube. It's around the corner. It's Camden Town. So try that again, and maybe I'll actually have the information you need and not just be an idiot. But yeah, obviously, so it's at the as I said, it's at the St Pancras Community Association HQ, which is near Camden Town, about 5, 6, 7, depending on how you're walking. If you're a fast walker, say maybe 6 minutes. Medium walker, 7 to 8. If you're crawling, probably about 10 to 15.
Just avoid the people that decide to stop in the middle of the street that will hold you up as well whilst walking through London.
Or it's Camden Town. Watch out for Suggs. He might be walking around. Oh, yeah.
So
I love Suggs.
So for the...
I don't want to like start a beef with Suggs. Beginning of my comedy career, I start a beef with beloved Scar King Suggs. But he sang a song about Camden Town, specifically meeting at the Underground.
Okay, you've got definitely far too much knowledge about Suggs.
Yeah. It's a secret to my success.
So this is the level of comedy we can expect.
Yeah, hopefully a lot better. I'm only part of the bill. This is why I've come on today, because I don't like to be too salesy. I don't run a night of my own because probably I wouldn't be very good at it, but I'm really, really proud to be able to sort of turn my craft and raise money to help people who, need a bit of extra assistance, which a lot of people do given the current state of the country.
So what else then do you know what else the charity actually does then? So they provide a warm space and stuff.
Yeah, they do a lot. They work with the local community. They have a Golden Years program for the 60 plus. It's sort of the idea behind the whole thing is that there's a community hub so people can feel supported. They run classes. They run. Kids can come with their parents and do their homework there. I think we all get a bit isolated, especially post-COVID. I think everyone very much felt isolation. And it's sort of reinforcing older values of community, which in London obviously is quite tough because it's such a big city. But they do well-being events for people. They do ballet. My favourite thing they do that they've told me about is reggae aerobics, which I am. I might just go down. That sounds amazing. Lord have mercy. They do yoga, football, and the community kitchen is on Tuesday and Thursday. And they started it in 2022 as a response to the cost of living and energy crisis. Because it's mad to think that some people, they can't really afford to go and sit in their house and be warm. And it'd be people who you'd see on the street and not even know. And places like St Pancras, they provide a really good service, and it is brilliant that we can do this event, and hopefully people can have a good time, but also expose the good work that they're doing. Because even if you're not in the area yourself, we are all in this together, and you can get a warm feeling, not just from the wonderful curry and the comedy, but because you're helping out with your money.
Yeah. I also see they do I think they're a little nursery as well. I guess it's to help parents that want to try and get back into work and stuff, and give them the kids a place to go and something that's actually semi-affordable these days.
Yeah, I mean, what they do is sort of they get their money from the local authority, they get lottery funding, and there's bursaries and grants that they give them that they apply for, but they generate income as well from hall hire and events like this. So it's not like they don't have other streams, but they're kind of being forward thinking and capitalizing on the wonderful crop of comics that London has. Yeah.
So is this the first one they put on that you know of?
I think it's the first one I'm involved in. So they might, if it goes well, maybe they could do it again, quarterly, what have you, and hopefully, everyone will come and have a good time, spread the word, so when it does happen, they make lots and lots of wonga.
They can support lots and lots of people in the right way. The way this world should be supporting people.
Yeah, it's what's it called? This is more teaching a man to fish, but also giving him a fish at the same time, because people need support as well, support in the moment as well as for the future. And I think this is when we do come out of all the tough stuff at the moment, it's places like this that are going to lift up the country. So it's wonderful that we can come and talk about it, and people can come learn about the place, but not have it rammed down their throat. They can hear about the good work, but then have a bit of a laugh and a sort of an affordable evening out.
Yeah. So you mentioned the lineup of acts that are going to be on there. So give us a taster of who we've got, and I'm sure there's a few people that would have listened to this, who would have heard quite a few of these. In fact, I can see one on the list already who's actually had a podcast with me recorded, and it's ready to come out. It will be out by the time this podcast is out.
It's a very good lineup. I think most of the guys on here I've seen or heard of. It's hosted by Charlotte Evans. Mm-hmm. And then we've got Jack Scullion, Jackie Stevens Doherty, Jan
Mm-hmm.
Balagatas. Sorry, Jan's a friend of mine, and if I got his name wrong, I don't care. Paggy, Barry Matthews, Imran Hafiz, and me, of course. And it says as special guest 2BC, TBC. And what I like about this is when they did the poster, they didn't ask me what picture to use. They used one from about 8 years ago when I'm a lot younger, and like in all sense, I hadn't crested the 40 line yet. But no, it's a great the guys here. So I've seen Barry. Barry had me in stitches a few weeks ago. Paggy is fantastic. Jan, as I said, is a friend. He runs Bellmaker Core. Imran runs his name?
Square Go Comedy.
Yeah, Imran runs Square Go Comedy. I've got a gig where we met. I've got a gig with Jack Scullion on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good mix of acts as well. Like Barry and Jan are probably two ends of the comedy. They're both exceedingly funny, but they're two ends of the comedy spectrum. So it's a very well thought out bill. Actually, I do love a mixed bill where all the humour's slightly different. But again, you can't £15 and you get a meal as well. That's a really good in Camden as well, where usually it costs about £15 to take an intake of breath. But a couple. These guys are. All of these guys are on the circuit regularly. These are good comics. This isn't. We all love a new act, new material night, but sometimes it can be very. All of us have been going for a while. A couple of the guys run their own nights, so we know what we're doing, and so it's going to be. There's a guaranteed level of quality which you can't always have, but I can vouch for everyone. Maybe not myself. I might be off that night. If not, I'll just sort of dance like a moron on stage. In fact, I'll probably just complain relentlessly about my irritable bowel syndrome. And just sit there. That's me in the corner, eating rice and crying. While everyone else is having a brilliant time. But you can go... the St. Pancras Community Association have an Instagram that's ever so slightly confusing because it's SPCA _Camden. And I say it's confusing because SPCA to me is Society of Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. But it's not. It's St. Pancras Community Association in this thing. So yeah, there's the link will be everywhere. I'm on Instagram at just Matt Zitron, and I'll be posting the link everywhere. But at SPCA _Camden is their Instagram, and they will have all the ticket links up there. But I'd say get on it, because not only is it coming up on the 15th of March? Isn't the 15th of March the Ides of March? I think it is for anyone who is late.
I'm not sure.
Me, I think it is. Beware where Caesar was murdered. Beware the Ides of March. So 15th of March in Camden, SPCA's headquarters at 67 Plender Street. £15. Only £15. You get curry and comedy. And there's only 50 tickets, guys. So I'm not being funny. Stop what you're doing right now, unless you're saving someone's life. Obviously, keep doing that. But if you're doing anything below saving a life, you need to go to at SPCA _Camden. I'm being very salesy because it's for charity. Buy a ticket. It's going to be amazing. We're all going to have a good time. People won't. It's not going to be mean comedy. No one's going to get picked on. We're just going to have a laugh. We're going to do some good, and we're going to have lovely, lovely curry.
So the last thing really is what time does it all start? So the show and the curry, what time do they kick off?
The show, well, the curry I think starts straight away. So doors are at 6 p.m. and I think there will be curry instantly. I don't mean like as you come in, curry will be thrown at you at 6 p.m. But the show actually starts at 7. And I imagine we'll do. I imagine we'll have a break in between, maybe to get drinks. There'll be a bar. And
Okay.
get some drinks, and there's going to be a bar there. Bring your cash.
Cool.
But I'd say 6 o'clock. There's not assigned seating, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm saying is, get there early, 6 p.m. at doors. Get the best seat.
Yeah.
Get your curry. Sit down. Just be ready to laugh your bum off. Because we want you to be I want your stomachs to be so bubbly from both curry and comedy that in the morning you remember what a good time you had, and then donate more money to some Pancras Community Association. And but yeah, that's it. I said me lot. Bye. No, I'm still there. I didn't leave.
Not quite bye yet. So
no.
To get tickets, again, Instagram SPCA_Camden. I have all the links on it. You can go to their website of spca.org.uk as well. It gives you more information about the charity and what they do and how they spend their money and stuff like that. And I believe there's also a Just Giving link on there if you can't attend the comedy, but you fancy giving to an event that some of your comedic friends may be supporting. There's always a way to top up the coffers.
And to
the best
curry
way is to spend
favour.
your 15.
That's just a good way to curry favour. Eh? Do you want to explain the joke?
Did you just think of that?
Curry favour. No, let me explain. So no, I did just think of it as you were talking, ruining everything as ever.
Oh dear. If this is anything like what the night's going to be like, I think it could be an awful lot of fun. An awful lot of fun.
Every single person I've seen on the bill who isn't me has had me in absolute bits laughing. I mean, you know well, sir, that sometimes when you gig in a smaller room when it's mainly comics, you don't get tons of laughs. But Barry is. I saw Barry for the first time about a month ago, and we were all in pieces. And Jan is likely to say that Mariah Carey is going to come. Almost every gig I've seen him do, he claims she's about to walk in, and then at the end we'll explain why she's cancelled. Paggy's are amazing. Imran's great. Jack. I was going to say Shannon Doherty. She's not there. Not Shannon Doherty from 90210. Jackie Stevens Doherty. My brain can only
that is definitely a 40+ reference.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell. And Charlotte's fantastic as well. She's on the poster. She's just popping out of a duvet, so I'm hoping she'll be dressed when she comes. More for just don't want to get arrested. But you don't often get to have an event like this. It's sort of like it feels like a lovely way to spend an evening. And I've lost my train of thought. There you go. Jerry Seinfeld.
No, cool.
Jerry Stiller.
So we're going for 15th of March, 6 p.m. doors, 7 p.m. show, 15 quid, 50 tickets available. Come along, eat some good food, laugh at some good comedy, and get that warm, fuzzy feeling from inside.
In every respect.
Yeah. I just want to say thanks, Matt, for coming on and telling us all about it. Good luck with the night. Hopefully I'll be able to get down there and have a watch. And for those of you that are listening to this podcast for the first time, if you want to follow us on Instagram at Open Mic Comedy Pod, we're on the internet on W's at openmiccomedypod.com. There are lots of episodes relating to comedians and events and comedy nights that are out there at the moment, so please go give them a listen. Any feedback, let me know. If you want to give us a review, please do so. But in the meantime, I would say just get along to this comedy night, support a local charity in London, and give them the best and make those comics feel good. So until next time, I'll see you soon.